Hey y'all, hey, happy Saturday. Listen, it's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend, okay? I pray that today, this Saturday, has been restorative. You've had some time to kind of rest and recover from the week that you've had, some downtime time for you. But here's what I want to talk about. Okay, before I start though, make sure you share this out to anybody you know who needs to hear this. If anything that I say is a blessing to you, make sure you share it with somebody who would benefit from it. All right. Also, make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications on so that you can get notified every single time I go live. I'm over here, I'm telling you everything I know. I'm giving you the benefit of my experience, all right? I know there are so many people who have um, wrestled with this wellness situation in their life, and it ain't as hard as we making it, okay? And I would like to believe that I did all the head bumping that one needs to do in the more multiple years that I tried to get my life together. And it took me almost 20 years to lose 50 pounds, all right? So I'm just here to give you a shortcut. I'm just here to tell you how to do it without bumping your head for 15 years, okay? So listen, here's what I want to talk about. Today is Saturday, and I know for most of us, the weekend is the time where we say, you know what? Let me kick my feet back. Let me put my feet up. Let me get on this couch. Some of us have probably already been to brunch. Okay, it's Saturday brunch. It's time for me to hang out with my girls. It's been a long week. Probably last night had a little kickback or two. All right, and here's what I know what happens is some of us are on a fast track for a Monday restart. Some of us are on the fast track for the Monday restart. So it happens like this every week. We're really good. Monday through Friday, we've been drinking our water, we've been moving our body, we've been eating vegetables and getting good rest, okay? And then something about the weekend comes and it unravels all of it. So here's what I want to tell you. It's not the weekend, baby. It's your mindset. It's the way you think. All right. So the real problem isn't the day of the week. It isn't that it's Saturday. It is though what we believe about the weekend. So I used to think, the weekend was my problem. Like, man, I do so good Monday through Friday, really. I would be so proud of myself Monday through Friday. Like I'd be meal prepping, I'd be getting all my water in, I'd be exercising. And then here we are, it's the weekend again. And I'm telling you, Friday, it's like, I don't know if it was a habit I picked up from when I was a teacher, but it's just something about the Friday evening is like, whew, it's the weekend. I should get a little treat. I have earned. That's what I tell myself. I earned a little treat. And then Saturday, I would say, you know, I need to connect with my friends. Let's do brunch. I'm gonna act right tomorrow, right? But then Sunday, I'm like, I'm gonna get serious again on Monday, right? Right after I eat this meal that we gotta have after church. And by Monday, I'm frustrated, I'm bloated, and I'm starting all over again. So it wasn't the weekend that was the problem. It was the way I was thinking. And I know this is happening to some of you too. So I thought the weekends didn't count the same. I know it sounds bizarre, but this is what we think. We think the weekend does not count the same. So I thought um, getting relaxation and resting meant eating whatever I want and not having any structure or food boundaries. Mentally, I would allow myself to be off duty. All right. And do you need to unwind and have time to yourself where you're not always on mentally, but you're not off duty? So I made the weekend the exception. But that I didn't say I wanted results that were the exception. I wanted consistent results. I wanted to go into the next week maintaining my progress from the previous week. So what I was saying was I want consistent results. So it wasn't the weekend. It wasn't the weekend's fault. It was what I thought about the weekend. It's how I looked at the weekend. All right. So I'm going to give you the three mindsets that are messing you up and that are going to keep you stuck and starting over every month. every Monday. And then I want to tell you what to think instead. All right. So the first thing we think is I deserve this. If you're any kind of hard worker, you go to work, we work hard all week, and we reward ourselves with food, wine, skipping workouts, all the things. Okay. Here's what we want to replace it with. Instead of saying I deserve this and it being to be mentally off and to eat whatever we want and have no food boundaries, what we really deserve is to feel good in our body. We deserve to have energy. We deserve to have peace of mind. We deserve to have consistent progress forward towards our goals. That's what we deserve. All right. So you have to replace the thought that the reward is turning your brain off, having no boundaries, and doing whatever you want to do. All right. A real reward, if it's really a reward, if you know it's a real reward, it's going to push you forward. Real rewards don't send you back where you were last week and have you in this circle of starting over. A real reward doesn't do that. All right. Here's the other thought we have. I'm just gonna do it this one time. So we said on Friday night. On Friday night, we were like, I'm gonna just do this one time. I'm gonna just get this one little thing. And then on Saturday afternoon, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, just one more time. Okay. And then Sunday after church, I'm just doing it one more time. But the truth is, these just one times are a pattern that you keep on repeating. All right. So you have to replace this. I'm just gonna do it this one time with every single choice that I make counts. And no, I'm not trying to be perfect because I do realize that's impossible, but I am trying to be consistent. All right. So you have to recognize a pattern when you keep telling yourself, I'm just going to do it this one time. It's a pattern that you can stop. So it doesn't mean you can't have anything, or you can't relax a little bit, but you want to be more consistent than you are not. And the last lie that we keep telling ourselves is that I'm getting back on track on Monday. This is the lie that keeps you, it's like a restart hamster wheel. It's like a constant Monday restarting hamster wheel. And guess what? When you're on this hamster wheel, you're always catching up instead of ever taking a step forward. You're just spinning your wheels in the same place and never getting even one step ahead. This is how, for 15 years, I would start the year telling myself, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. For 15 years, I said this. 15 years. All right. I was in a constant restart hamster wheel. All right. So we're going to replace this. I'm just going to get back on track on Monday. We're going to replace it with I stay on track, even on the weekends, because my goals are important. They're important on the weekend too. What I'm trying to accomplish, it matters on the weekend too. All right. So I will never forget the weekend I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I was just sick of it. I was tired of doing excellent all week. And then it was like a giant eraser, erasing every bit of progress that I made during the week. In 2 days, I would erase it. I got tired of saying things, like making excuses for what I was doing, and they sound great. I work all these things. I work hard. I need a break. I'm a busy mom. I got these kids. It sounded good. And they sounded legit, to be honest, like anybody would understand them. There would not be a living soul who wouldn't say, I get where you're coming from. I understand it and agree. But in my heart, in my spirit, it didn't rest well. It didn't rest. It was heavy in my spirit. So it did not rest well in my spirit. I got tired of being frustrated that I was never earning the results that I want. I never could see the results that I wanted. So that particular weekend, I said, you know what? I'm done doing this. So here's what happened though. It's not that I didn't have fun that weekend. It's not that I didn't do anything fun. It didn't suddenly become a lame weekend of just boring, strict doing nothing. It was just a weekend that I said yes to me and the goals that I had for myself. The vision that God showed me, I said, yes, God, I believe I can have it. So instead of just turning my brain off and allowing the weekend to happen to me, I started to be proactive. I said, okay, when I'm going out, I need to plan what I'm going to eat before I show up to the spot. So I can still do brunch with my friends. I just need to eat a little bit before I go. So I have a little control about myself. All right. Same thing with the donuts at church. I have to be more intentional. Like the same traps always show up for us. So I just started planning my meals before I went out. I moved my body no matter what. I didn't say it's Saturday. I'm not going to move my body. All right. I drank my water. And then when I went to brunch or to date night with my husband or to eat after church, I didn't turn it into a full out binge where I lost my mind. All right. And then I went into Monday feeling a little proud of myself, still looking in the mirror, like, okay, it's still there. I still feel a snatchedness coming in. Instead of being upset and starting over and disappointed and sick of me and tired of my mess. All right. So if you are going to do the same, if you are going to stop allowing 2 days, really 2.5 days, all right? Because it's usually Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday day. Hey, Keisha. This is usually Sunday during the day because you start feeling a lot of guilt at night. At night, Sunday night, you like, child, 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 child. Hey, Alicia, you're like, child, 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 child. How did I get here? Okay. So if you want to stop this cycle of always starting over on Monday, here's what we are going to do to change it. We are not going to wait till Monday to try again. Today is Saturday. Monday is a full day and a half away. Okay. It's a full day and a half away. So we're not going to wait till Monday. We're going to start making little bitty decisions right now. I'm not telling you to be perfect over the weekend. I am not telling you that you got to go full out. I am telling you to be mindful and make sure you don't lose your mind. Okay? Because we all know how the story goes. So here's what you're going to do right now. We're going to set a boundary for the rest of the weekend. All a boundary is a limit. It's a guideline. It's like saying this is as far as I am going to go. All right? So set a boundary for the rest of the weekend. I don't know. Maybe it's no late night snacking, or you stop eating at a particular time, or you eat veggies with whatever treat you have, or you don't go to certain spots, or you find a healthier way to make the things that you like. Or instead of buying the ice cream and bringing it into the house, you go get a serving. Okay? So set the boundary. You decide. The limit is yours. You create the limit. All right. Sometimes I'll say, you know what? I allow myself to have one treat. So, like in my family, we do movie night. Sometimes on Friday night, the treat might be popcorn or something like that during movie night. We might go get some ice cream or something after church, but we're not going to make this entire week a food fest. That's not what we're going to do. No more of that. All right. I also want you to decide what is your non negotiable. Like, no matter what happens today, for today, we still got plenty of time. No matter what happens today, I'm doing it. All right. What's your non negotiable health decision to do that you're going to thing that you're going to do today? Is it drink all your water? I'm right here live, but I got my water with me. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay. When I finish this will be 96 ounces. All right. So what's your one non-negotiable health action? You can drink your water. Are you going to make sure you move your body? So I did my same thing. I have my life set up on the weekend. I don't tarry. I don't lay up in that bed. Okay, good. At least it said water. I don't tarry on a Saturday morning, okay? It has always proven to mess me up. I get on up and get my body moving. So this morning I got up. I had an appointment to get my tires rotated at 9:30. I went and drive my car off, had my husband pick me up, went to the park in my neighborhood, walked, went back and picked up my vehicle and came home and still showered and relaxed. Okay. So I still made it a restful day. But before I do any of this, get on up and handle your business. Okay. So what's your one non-negotiable? Alicia said water. Okay. So you moving? Are you gonna eat more veggies? Are you gonna make sure you have a protein in your meal? Like, what are you gonna do? All right. And then all of this, one of my mentors and my pastor, Dr. Darius Daniels, said he taught me that wherever you're gonna go in life, you'll always get there head first. Okay, good. Keisha said water. It's very important. So Dr. Daniels taught me you will all, wherever you're going in life, you're going to get there head first, which simply means whatever direction you go in, whatever decisions you make, it starts with how you think. What you allow to float around right here in this little beautiful space between your two ears. Okay. What you allow to, what you're thinking, your mindset, the way you see things. All right. Your perception, your mindset. All right. So I want you to choose one thought that you're replacing. Maybe it's the fact that you think the weekends are um no accountability, no check-in, no boundaries, no guideline, do whatever you like. Turn into a bump on a log with no goals and no ambitions, okay? And then get back to it on Monday. I want you to decide on one thought that you're no longer going to allow yourself to think. Write it down, make it your screensaver on your phone, say it out loud, write it on your mirror in your bathroom, remind yourself, I don't think like that anymore. All right? I don't think like that anymore. So we don't need no more Mondays. We out of Mondays. Because I'm telling you, we are almost through the first quarter. Just like that. Just like that. The first quarter of 2025 is nearly gone. So that little motivation we had on 12/31/24, when we was like, yes, I'm talking about, I woke up on New Year's Day and everybody was like, I'm thriving in 2025. That was the theme. Thrive in 2025. Everybody was saying it. We was all gonna thrive. And now we kind of sort of gonna thrive. We still plan to thrive. We're gonna get to it though. We're gonna start again. No, it's time to take action. It's time. And then you do it again next week, and the week after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the minute after that. And you just keep moving forward. We don't need no more Mondays. We don't need no more do-overs. We don't need no more restarts. What you do need though is support. I'm telling you this. If you're trying to do this by yourself, you're going to be on the struggle bus. Everything in my entire life that I have done that has moved me from one level to a higher level, I have had somebody with me doing. I've had a coach, a mentor, a friend, somebody to give me accountability, encouragement, tactical information that I can put into action, and a new way of thinking. And you need that too. We all do. So you need community. You need to be in community. So the problem, see, I'm gonna get off track. The problem with some of us is we try to force the people who we do life with to change because we all of a sudden ready to change. So now we want to get healthy, get control. Everybody else supposed to change the way they eat because we want to do something. Mm-mm. You getting people the same grace you got when you was still eating crazy. Okay, I had to learn that. I can only tell you that because I had to learn that. I was out here, baby, ticking off everybody in my family, like giving them heathen side eyes, like, mm, mm, mm. Look at y'all eating like y'all eat. Mm, that don't make no sense. All because after almost 20 years of grace, okay, because I shouldn't even be here today. I shouldn't even be before you. After 20 years of grace, the Lord placed it on my heart to draw a line in the sand and said, enough is enough. Judging the people, Alicia, judging them. All because after 20 years of me being a heathen, I just started getting my life together. And now I'm side-eye. You don't need to do that. First of all, they're gonna stop fooling with you. You're gonna lose your family, okay? And all your friends, all right? So you give them the same grace. You give them the same grace. You be the example. So in order to do that, you have to, in giving them grace, be available when they're ready to change. But your support comes from people who own what you own. So when I got into community with people who were on what I was on, my family, my mama was free to be my mama. My closest friends, they were just my friends. Okay? They got free because I have other people to support me in that way. And I love you still. Just be you, baby. So if this my friend and I know for sure I need a movie partner, and she the one, you that. Okay? If I just read a fire Bible study, I know who, you know what I'm saying? Let these people get them grace. Because some of us didn't have plenty of grace and we didn't forget. Okay. So you don't need to badger your friends and family into supporting you in this new journey. You need to come into community with people who want what you want. You need some accountability and you need somebody who's been where you are today to grab your hand. That's literally what I had. Had a coach to take my hand and say, don't you worry about closing them apple rings. That ain't real. Don't worry about that. We ain't on no apple rings, okay? Because that's going to mess you up. All right. So I had somebody to take my hand and walk me through the process so I wouldn't make the same silly mistakes. And we all need that. All right. So this is the reason why I created my 7-day Get Back Right challenge. Today is our day 6, and it's been a great week. We've had people, I don't know, it's going good. People over there drinking their water, dropping pounds, having energy, um, baby, eating their veggies. People are over there winning. Okay. So this is our day 6. And tomorrow is our last day, but they will still be in the community. We'll still be together, okay? They just will transition to a new community, all right? So in our community, it's just a space for women who are tired of starting over and who are ready to do this thing for real in real life and to stay in it. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing but your time and attention. And I'm a great steward of both. All right. So I always make sure I teach you something valuable and I don't keep you there longer than you need to be. Okay. And I'm going to make it worth your time. All right. So it's free and it's going to help you to stop this stop cycle that we on and really start to be a person who is consistent. So I don't want you to spend another second of your weekend thinking that the weekend is what's Saturday and Sunday are messing you up. Okay. It's the mindset that says that weekends do not count. Okay. Yeah, Keisha. It's the mindset that said weekends don't count and that rest means a hot mess. Okay. Getting you some rest on the weekend is equal to losing your mind. That celebrating mean sabotaging and just taking a big eraser over all of your progress. Okay. Hear me when I tell you you can break it, you can change it. All right. You're not too far gone. It doesn't matter how many times you started over. I am living, walking, breathing proof. It don't matter how many times you started over. I am the least likely candidate, y'all. I was candidate. I was the most Oreo addicted person any of y'all would have ever met. I'm willing to bet you that prior to 2020, there was not a flavor of Oreos that I could not give you a full review of. Okay. They should have hired me. Okay. Because I knew Oreos in and out in multiple flavors, and my son did too. All right. So for me to not even set foot down that aisle, my friends and family are like, Harpo, who is this woman? So I know that God had to take me on this journey. There was no other option but to go back and get people. There was no doubt because God was like, baby, I didn't free you for you. Go get the people. It's coming, Alicia. God said, go get them. Okay, because if it's possible for me, y'all, some of the habits I had, I know y'all ain't this bad. I just know y'all ain't. It's a rare person to go to Chick-fil-A 5 days a week and get the same breakfast. It's a rare person that gets a large coffee with 10 creamers, 10 sugars intentionally every day and don't think it's crazy. It's a rare person. I was that person. When I tell you I could live the rest of my life without going through Chick-fil-A ever. I could live the rest of my natural life and never set foot in a Chick-fil-A again and be fine. And this was a place I went to every Monday through Friday. That was my breakfast. That was my breakfast. My students, y'all. So you know it ain't a lie. My students would wait because if I didn't eat the whole thing, I taught 9th grade social studies. My kids would be like, Miss James, are you gonna eat those hash browns? Okay. And I would have to take turns divvying up, like, no, I gave you hash browns yesterday. So today is her turn. I'm always drinking the coffee. Y'all not getting that, but somebody can have the orange juice. But most days I'm gonna eat the majority of this, okay? But that was my order every day. I know y'all didn't have it that bad. All right. So listen, you're not behind, you're not too far gone to make a turnaround, and you just one decision away. And I'm here with you like every single step of the way. So I love you to life. I really mean it. I love you enough to walk with you as you become the best version of yourself because you deserve it. Your family deserves it. Everybody who comes in contact with you deserves it. Because when we get better, everybody around us gets better. I love you enough to drag you, pull you, and take your hand and walk with you. Okay. I love you enough to help you become well beyond the weight. All right. So I love you to life. Ain't a thing you can do about it. And I really mean it. All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed Saturday afternoon. Oh, let me drop this link in the chat. Have a blessed Saturday afternoon. And if you want to sign up for the challenge, Go to readysethabits.com. Okay. All right. Copy and paste that. And we'll see you. We got about an hour and a half before we meet. And I'll see you in the community. Have a great evening. Love you to life.